Hello, hello, hello. One big happy family and the rest of the people in these YouTube streets. It's Big Belly Bob.
And Miss Shan.
And do we have a special sending our love to you?
Two?
Sorry, I'm so used to him. Do we have a special?
Which one is it though?
We have a special sending my love to you.
Are so beautiful
to me. Alright, here you go. So, and we do not proclaim to be any singing couple, at least not me. Right? I can hold a deep note every now and then.
A deep one.
A deep one, baby. Alright, so before we get to this video, let's go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let's go ahead and comment below. Let's share it out, let's share it out.
Share it out.
If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to Big Belly Bob and Miss Shan's Shorty Recipes. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop the video. And check out the membership down below. Check out all the perks that I offer. That way you can help support the channel, support the challenges, and you'll find out all the things that I do to help support your channel, grow your content creator, okay? Let's go ahead and get a good prayer on.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing all of our family together. We pray that you keep all of them safe within your heavenly care, and also just be with all of those who just may need just a little bit more love here. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. All right. I think I'm hot just because I'm in the kitchen in here. All right. So we are at my part, which is now the end of the Sending That Love collaboration. There's multiple channels involved. At some point in this video, I'm gonna do my best to let you know every channel that was involved. I'll put something on here for you to see who they all are. All right. Well, for mine, Sending That Love, I chose to make a certain sauce for my older brother. My older brother's name was Omar. He passed away some years back he had a brain tumor. So he had cancer and he died a few years. It's been some years. It's been a while.
So he died before his time, for sure. He passed.
Definitely before his time. I mean, what makes me want to dedicate to him, but it's also dedication to my father. I just only made the one meal, but this is all dedicated to my father and my brother, who both had passed well before their time. And so this meal is for both of them, okay? I'm gonna show you a little clip of how I prepared the proportion. You'll see more food on here because it's gonna be for both ours, and she'll get to explain hers in just a second. Or does she wanna go now? Because I know you're hungry, so.
I was gonna say, if that's the determining cause of if I can start eating or not, then yes, I'd like to go.
Go ahead, because she be like, I'm starving her, guys. I do not starve her. I love her. But at the same time, the YouTube streets, you gotta get the stuff right before you get to get right. So, go ahead.
So, like I said, we have the Hennessy wings that we made, because your brother, and who doesn't love them some Hennessy?
My brother loved him some Hennessy, loved him some yak. So I got me some Hennessy wings on there.
Love chicken wings.
Yeah, who don't love chicken wings, So I'm gonna show you how I did that.
Chicken wings, and then underneath it we have some fried rice, house fried rice, and some rib tips. And that contribution is for me because my father, one of our weekend meals at my household, he would always go get us, my mom and I. He would go get fried rice from the Chinese food restaurant, and then he would go get some rib tips. And I always thought it was a weird combination, but once I would eat it, I'm like, I kind of started looking forward to eating my ribs with fried rice. So it's actually a combination that I grew up on, and from the day that he passed, he was still eating fried rice and rib tips. So something that always kind of reminds me of him. So I decided to add my little spin on that too.
Right, and we'll do a little discussing some things on the way. But we're gonna get into this food because I don't want to starve her out any longer.
But yeah, we have the house fried rice. Of course, it has shrimp, chicken, beef.
Let's see if I can get some of this over there to you, so I can make sure you get your first bite. Hopefully you can see that. Like I said, working these different angles here. I'm going to try that real quick since I already got it on my fork.
It's been so great though to see everyone's video so far. And that was kind of the whole purpose, you know. Just show some love to someone that you care about or cared about, or just do a nice gesture for someone, or what have you. Just show some love. It's never gonna go out of style.
No. No one's ever gonna get mad at you for showing love.
No, in any kind of way, shape, or form.
Try to get your single wing. I'm pretty sure at some point I did an overview over top, so I'll show you that. I'm ready to tear into these wings. I've never made them before, the very first time, so you'll see. I'm gonna show you that footage in just a second. That it wasn't a smooth process. I kind of messed up a little bit. I would say the Hennessy drizzle on those fried, right? It definitely tastes Hennessy though. I mean, I used a nice amount. I mean, that was a full bottle. So I would say that's probably, I think I used 1.5 cups of Hennessy. But matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and show that right now and then we'll be right back. All right. This is my first time making this Hennessy glaze for these wings. So I had to warm up roughly about 1.5 sticks of butter I'm going with. Then of course, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to add that Hennessy. And some people call it that yak. You know, so that's what I got right there. It's got some Hennessy, got 1/5. But I'm gonna go ahead and put in probably about 1.5 cups. I mean, you choose how much you want to put in. So I chose about 1.5 cups maybe. So we go ahead and add that yak. My older brother loved that yak. He loved cognac, period. So we got the Hennessy in there. Then the next thing we're gonna add is going to be the hot sauce. I was gonna use the Frank's Red Hot sauce, but I said, nah. Let me go ahead and go with this zombie extra thick hot sauce. It's just slightly hotter than the Frank's Red Hot. It's definitely hotter than the Texas Pete and all that. This one was a thick one, so I went with that one. And there you go, get the hot sauce. So you can add what you want. It's not really a hot sauce. It's supposed to be more of a Hennessy sauce. This is the Chicago mild sauce. Yes, I know that's a large bottle because I love my Chicago mild sauce. Anybody from the Midwest area loves sauce over everything. So once again, it's not necessarily a barbecue sauce, more of a glaze. So just adding this to kind of thicken up, add a little extra flavor. And I just like the way that mild sauce tastes. But it's your girl Candy, Jay Will, who I saw this at. That was his recipe. All right, so we're going next with the honey. We're just gonna go ahead and squeeze in a good amount. Honestly, forgot at this point. I just watched the video before I did it. I forgot, so I just used a generous amount of honey, probably close to half that bottle, and it wasn't coming out fast enough, so I had to take off the cap. Squeeze that on in there. So yeah, we definitely gonna add that honey. Like I said, I used about half of that bottle. And after that, we're going with the sugar. I just kind of eyeballed a decent amount of sugar. Didn't want it super sweet, but that's definitely at least 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar. We're gonna go ahead and stir this up, and we'll be right back. So now we back, all the butter's melted, everything's kind of incorporated there. Now it's mixing up pretty well. So let's go ahead and get ready. Say hi to Diva. You know Diva's got to supervise everything. So she's there keeping an eye out. Just make sure I don't mess up nothing, like I kind of burnt the butter a little bit in the beginning. So you weren't supposed to know that, but I just shared it with you anyway. But here we go. I think I'm about to get ready to sauce up this chicken wings. So the chicken wings, I went ahead and I did not fry them myself. I went to my favorite hood spot, Royals Chicken, and got it from there. So right there, I just got some fries layered down on the bottom of the pan, just kind of just in there. They really serve no purpose, but just to soak up some of the sauce. So like I said, these are just the chicken wings from Royals. They do look nice and crispy. They are always good. So those are Royals chicken wings. All right, so now it's time just to soak them up in the sauce. Get all that Hennessy Glazed mixed on in there. I didn't know how long to keep it in there and submerge it, so I'm just gonna kind of judge it as I go. Like I said, we're just gonna go ahead and dip the rest of these in here, and we'll continue that out, and I'll be right back. Now we got all them soaked up with that Hennessy Glaze. Here's a sneak peek before I put them in the oven. Got the oven about 375. I'm just gonna put them in there for about 10 or 15, or just to kind of get them back a little crispy. So I just kind of eyeballed them at this point. But I got to thinking, I said, well, you know what? I got all this glaze. Let's put some more on there. Yeah, buddy, look at all that good Hennessy Glaze going on there. Soaking up into those fries underneath too. Yeah, baby. Look at that. That looks delicious. All right, guys. I'll see you once they come out the oven. All right, guys. Here they are out the oven with the sauce cooked in there. They got a little bit of that crispy back. But at this point, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more of that sauce on there, as you can see. And then I went ahead and chopped up some green onions and put a little parsley on there. J. Will, it's your girl Candy, put the green onions on there, and I thought, hey, it made it look a little bit better. And I do love green onions. So these are the Hennessy Glazed wings, fresh out the oven, guys. Oh man, these were so good. Hope you enjoy. All right, so like I said, I want to spend a little bit more time just talking about all the emotional, uplifting videos that we've shown throughout this One Big Happy Family collaboration. And once again, all you have to do is hashtag One Big Happy Family, or sending my love to you. Hashtag that. You should be able to pull up all the channels that's there. I'm pretty sure I have a playlist down below. If not, it'll be coming soon. Yeah, I didn't really want to make it a sad occasion or anything like that, but we're talking about it in the past, because I definitely have my love of my life sitting right next to me, and she's gonna have her day coming soon, guys. I'm gonna do something real nice to her. She's gonna get her own day. I'm standing on camera. Can't say when, but it's gonna come soon. How about that?
Fingers crossed.
But I don't know anybody out there that can say anything bad about my older brother. He was a good dude. I mean, he had his wild side. Anybody else, when he got some of that yak in him, trust me, don't get me wrong. But he wasn't a bad dude. He just liked to party, he liked to have fun.
He's a good brother.
He's a good, he's a perfect brother. You know, he did everything for me. He taught me how to do things. He took up for me. Whooped some butt out there for me, you know. But like I said, he went to work. He was a straight, hard-working brother. Like, our parents, even though I never wanted from anything from my mother and my father, I never wanted for anything. I got everything I want. I was a spoiled kid growing up. But my brother was the type that would go out and work. So he was working, and as soon as he can get a job, he was working. The new Nintendo came out. Guess what? He bought that with his own money. You know, he got new games. He bought that with his own money. So he showed me a lot of, you know, teaching me as well. Like, this is what you need to do, bro. You need to do this. Yeah, you need to go out and get what you want. You can't just sit back for mom and dad to always give it to you. Lighten up their load a little bit. Go do it yourself. So, he definitely was that type of guy.
That's good qualities in a brother, you know. That's what you would expect. Like somebody, and there was 3 guys, so you had to look out for you.
I mean, he had a good example from my father. My father was a hard-working guy. He made sure we never wanted for nothing. And my mother always got everything she wanted.
Yeah.
So he got it from a very strong man, whose names happen to be Robert as well. Sergeant Robert. I mean, you guys grew up with parents that was either some form of military or police at some point in their life, and you grew up with that type of structure. That's the type of dad I had, but he was a loving dad, but he was also serious. But everybody loved my dad. They loved my brother. And I still have my mother. Sweetest lady you'll ever meet.
Our sweetest ever.
The kindest heart lady you'll ever meet. And that's probably where I get it from. Yeah, that's one good thing I definitely say I got.
I call her Mother Teresa. Which is her name, but
Right.
she's the sweetest lady I know. For sure.
She's one that you will not forget. Definitely, this meal's for all my loved ones.
And your loved ones or my loved ones, even though I never got to meet your dad or your brother, unfortunately.
My sister's still here. I still have my older sister. I was the baby. My older sister and my mama, as far as my immediate family. And of course, Miss Shan. Let me dig into some of this rice real quick.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's hitting.
I'm drinking my Truly. Can you see that? The new iced. Are they new? I don't know if they're new or not, but the Truly teas. This is a lemon tea.
I can see why you know. Now that I tasted it, I'm like extra hungry now.
I know, that's why I'm like, he just kind of been talking. Like I said, there were some good ones. Everyone, I say all of them were good technically, so not just some. They were all good.
Well, I know what you meant. Some of them were just like really, really emotional, maybe.
Some are emotional, uplifting, fun,
Yeah.
comforting.
You really got to know the channels involved.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. That's why I always like these collaborations, because you get to just know people that you might not necessarily watch on a daily basis, and just kind of see what's, you know, see about them, or see how they're living.
I actually got to meet her dad.
Oh yeah, he didn't meet my mom. So unfortunately, she had passed before we had met, but he did actually get to meet my dad, and he did actually get to live with my dad and I. And that was fun.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Well, we had a nice, you know, the house was a nice size, so that, you know, my dad had his section, and then we
Pretty much had his own wing over there.
our section.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, you know, we were right on top of each other, but just the fact that, you know, he was there sometimes. But it was a blessing that he was there sometimes, and sometimes like, yeah. I mean, he really was never a burden, you know. We still would have parties and
then we might only bump heads one time.
do whatever we wanted to. Yeah. And I always said that because they were both Geminis, so I always thought that they were similar in some cases. But so yeah, he got to taste my dad's cooking, and
Oh boy.
because my dad was retired at the time, so he was there all the time. So we got to see him, you know, pretty much on a 24/7 basis. So
it was just a routine.
got to see his routines, his good sides, his bad sides. You know, we were just all living together, and it was, like I said, it wasn't bad. We were all getting along, so there was no point ever where we had a disagreement so much that so-and-so wanted so-and-so kicked out.
Nah, we never had any of those type of conversations. We never had one of those conversations.
No.
So I think your dad accepted me, and you know, he knew I probably wasn't perfect, but he must have liked me enough.
Yeah.
To where he didn't like, you ain't good enough for my daughter. He never told me that.
No.
And I think when he finally, when he passed, I hope that he had, you know, that he know his daughter would be in good hands.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, we don't really talk about it too much, but I mean, when he did pass away at home. I was at work actually. He was at work too, but he said something just told him to go home early for work that day.
Yeah, her work day started before mine, so she was gone and up and gone like before literally I really got up moving around doing stuff. And sometimes Papa would be up, and sometimes he wasn't. But usually after she leaves and she goes to work, there's a routine between me and him that we had every morning. You know, if it was just him opening up the curtains in the house, if it was him, maybe made him some breakfast, or making him some coffee, whatever it was, he had a routine. And we saw each other, we, you know, either speak or just give each other that look. And I go about my day. But I was at work. Like I said, it just didn't seem right because we were out of town the night before and doing some other things.
We had some weird feelings the night before too.
She wasn't feeling good.
I wasn't feeling, my stomach was hurting, and we had just kind of left and didn't really tell him that we were leaving because sometimes, you know, we wouldn't. But we hadn't told him anything, and we were just coming back home.
Yeah, it wasn't like we were going to be gone for days. It was just we were going to be gone for some hours. Like I said, I just wasn't, like, she went to work, you know, and then like I said, she got up the day before or night before, she wasn't feeling normal. We got home late and she had to get right back up early, so she left right out the house not thinking. And I was at work and I was just like, luckily I was a manager at the time, so it wasn't hard for me to have somebody cover the store and me to leave. And I just did the right, so I drove home. And when I got home, the feeling that I had was, I don't remember the curtains being open in the morning. I don't remember, you know, nothing. I don't remember anything normal. A bathroom light on, anything. So it's like I got back home and the same feeling I had about nothing being opened up and the house not being bright.
I just felt weird.
I mean, that's how, you know, when he got up, the house woke up. You know, everything woke up. It was bright in there. The plants, the puppies, you know, everything was alive. So I came back home and none of the curtains, none of the blinds downstairs were open. No office, kitchen, none was open downstairs. Place that he normally would have went if he was feeding the fish downstairs, fish upstairs. He would have normally done this stuff, so he would have opened up doors, he would have opened up lights. Things would have been open. And yeah, so I finally went upstairs. I was like, well, his car was there, so it's like he didn't leave the house. And then I got upstairs and nothing was open upstairs. And I don't even know why they opened them up, because I probably would have went back there and checked on him, because there's plenty of times where, you know, my puppy at the time would just run back there anyway. So it was like I would always be in that area. But yeah, I went to his room to check on him, and yeah, pretty much where I found him. Found him in his chair, and he had passed. Not sure if he passed that night or passed while we were at work, but I just know it wasn't right, and that's pretty much how that happened. Where I came home working, I found their father passed away. So I did not want to give her that call. I didn't want to call her, you know, because he'd already lost her mom. And I know her dad, like I said, he stayed with us, but they were close.
I was the only child, so.
They were close. So that was her last, you know, parent. So it was hard.
Yeah, it was hard to get the phone call. I mean, I left work immediately, and it just didn't seem real, you know. because it was just happening, and he was just mowing the grass and outside in the yard, and it wasn't like he was sick or anything.
No.
I mean, he went to the doctor, you know, to get, you know, his regular medication and stuff, but...
That's one thing about your dad. Like, he stayed there, but if I didn't beat him outside to shovel the snow, he was out there shoveling the snow. His yard was his yard.
Oh yeah, that was his...
So there was nothing I could do. Even though it was her house and he was staying with her, that yard was his yard. He made sure that yard was the nicest yard on the block. If I could find some good pictures of the yard, I would show you some pictures of the yard. I'll put them in here.
He planted a tree in the yard.
Trees, and then she already did her normal flowers and all her normal stuff. The yard always looked nice. And it was different because he didn't always cut the grass low like everybody else. He cut the grass to the perfect height that the grass was supposed to be. You know? So that was his yard. So you used to seeing her dad outside. It might be 80, 90 degrees outside. He'd be worried about, he'd be out there, he'd take his rest underneath the tree with his water or whatever. So to come home and find him passed away when I know literally a couple days before that he was out in the yard cutting the grass and nothing seemed wrong with him. So that was rough.
He didn't really drink or...
No.
I mean, he smoked, you know.
But
he smoked, but he didn't...
It wasn't like, he didn't have habits. Like, he wasn't like, you know, you had to worry about probably with the alcohol. I've never seen him really even drink though like that.
No, he would have a cup of scotch, you know,
Yeah.
and that would be it. Every couple of weeks, you have a cup of, you know, every 3 weeks or so, you know, what have you.
Yeah.
You know?
But like I said, that's why it's good for us. That's why we can do ours together because well, she didn't get to meet my father and my brother, but meeting my mother was enough to know that I came from a good home and I had good family and good structure. Even though I'm a little rough, I still got the good side to me, and that was my family. My family was, man, it was bad Bobby, but he had that beautiful family. You know, they were like, why are you so different? You know, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, everybody's so nice. Well, I was out a little A, you know, excuse my language. I was out a bad one, you know. So
everybody's got one.
Yeah, actually, my brother definitely went way too early. My father went way too early. You know, it just a couple of days before he passed, he was out riding his bike. You know, my dad used to go to the health club regularly. You know, he just retired after all those years. Just retired, was ready to travel the world with my mother. And he was riding his bike, exercise. He just didn't feel right. And he went to the hospital, and it's pretty much that was it. As soon as he came home, he passed. And I'm not gonna go into that detail because I don't want to cry. But yeah. So we definitely miss our family members.
Yes. So you do still have both of your parents or any parent. I mean, I always definitely would tell them every day how much you're grateful to have them, and because it's a blessing that they're still there in your life. Because
we've had some people in this collaboration that recently lost family members. So once again, everybody in here, if you guys could just give it a moment of silence for those who passed away, even in the past couple weeks
or months.
It just recently.
Just a moment of silence.
Just a moment, yeah. All right.
But yeah, that's where it's just, I don't know, it's just a little touching where some have, you know, I've been able to feel like I relate to, you know, it's always good to see that you relate to somebody and that there's somebody that, even though it might not be in your exact same shoes, you know, they've walked the path that you've walked before. So, I mean, that's what I appreciate you, because I feel like, you know, you've been with me through stuff, you know, that I've never experienced before and you've never experienced before.
Yeah, we definitely are here for each other.
Yeah, so that's why I appreciate you too.
She don't like me.
Only on Tuesdays and Thursdays do I like him. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I like him all the time. 90% of the time.
On that note, I know I'm the last person. I don't want to hold you guys up long. Like I said, please go back and check out all the other videos, all the other members of the One Big Happy Family.
These wings are good though, I'm sorry.
All the members of the Sending My Love collaboration. Like I said, just hashtag the hashtags that I put in my title. And you should be able to pull up everybody one way or another with at least that, or at least Sending My Love to You. One Big Happy Family together. All that should pull it up. The wings did turn out good.
Like what you gonna put that sauce on?
I don't know. I definitely saved enough of it.
Mr. Chef sauce.
We definitely can put it on some stuff.
Sauce chef.
I don't know if I need more Hennessy or not. But
I think you didn't take a shot with the Hennessy wings, right? Isn't that how it goes?
Well, my bro was this club.
Well, here. I almost had the sniffles going on here. I had a flashback. It's kind of hard when you just think about that stuff.
If you got some Hennessy or some kind of liquor or something, you know, take a shot with us if you can.
I'm drinking out a cup, would have been my dad's, one of his favorite scotches.
Yeah, that's how I got turned on to it.
Glenfiddich. He loved him a good bottle, like, you know, 25-year-old Scotch or Johnny Walker. Oh, he had this container. I just tell this one time. He had this container that my grandpa, my mom's dad, who is still alive actually. I still have a grandfather that lives in Germany. But he gave my dad this case of Johnny Walker alcohol. So it was like the blue label, the red label,
all of it,
the black label. It was just like all of them. And my dad had it for so long. He always be like, "Oh yeah, this is my Johnny Walker, blah 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 blah." It's like
we were eyeballing it for years.
I hate to laugh about it, but when he did pass,
we finally got to crack that.
We got to crack it open, but it was in his honor.
Yeah, I don't think we drank it all at once. I think because it was decent little bottles. It wasn't a half pint, but it was like a half of a half pint. It's a decent little collector set.
Yeah.
The collector set itself should have cost some money because some of those bottles are very expensive.
Like the blue label. Yeah, and I don't think they had a
it was platinum, black.
Yeah, it was like it was
Johnny black, red, blue, platinum. Yeah. Right. But like I said, raise those glasses, guys. Let's have a shot for all our loved ones, past, alive,
present,
futures to come.
Just tell them that you love them, one way or the other. Ooh, it's been a while since I had some Hennessy.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling him. He's like, "Do you drink Hennessy?" I was like, "I don't really drink Hennessy."
I'm whiskey. Scotch bourbon. But yeah, I like it with Coke. I like it with Hennessy and Coke. That's me. I'm a Hennessy and Coke guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like Coke. But I need you guys. I don't want to let her get her last bite here. Yeah. I'm always interrupting her. I thought she was done.
Finish my food.
Well, like I said, we can't hold the people all night.
Champion eater.
I'm not. You got more food. You got less food than me.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do some more challenges too. So, cause I gotta beef my game up. I mean, I'm not trying to eat no 7 chicken patties and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
What you trying to say?
I'm just saying, I'll leave those to the big dogs, but I'll do some monster support. So, I'm gonna have to put my book down. Like some people say, they got their little YouTube book with all the challenges and stuff. Like who's challenged them. So, I have to start writing them down so I can actually do them. And put the videos out.
Alright. Are you done now?
I think so.
Alright guys, I'm going to need you to like this video with a thumbs up. Comment below. Share this video out. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Go check out Miss Shan's Shorty Recipes. Check out everybody in the One Big Happy Family and the Sending My Love to You collaboration.
A lot of good people in there.
Join up. I'm Big Belly Bob.
And I'm Miss Shan.
Peace.
Bye guys.